is a band called Dropout Kings that's from Arizona. That's where I'm just loving it right now. Pump up music.
Oh, wow. Yes. Also, um, do you have enough time to watch the product of WWE, AEW, or TNA, or any other promotions?
Yeah, I can't say that I am able to watch everything, but I try to watch as much as I can because I'm trying to learn. Like, I want to be the best wrestler that I can be, and so like, how better to do that than watch other people?
Right.
Yeah, I follow WWE pretty closely. I'm actually going to watch NXT in Cincinnati next week on Tuesday. I'm really looking forward to that a lot.
Yes.
Yep.
You never know. You might be selected to NXT.
One of these days, there's not any like might be like Stephie Mac's gonna be on NXT. Stephie Mac's gonna be like face of WWE,
Right.
or I could be a heel too. You never know.
Right. You never know with Triple H right there. He might say, "Wait a minute, I can't have two uh, Steffies in the WWE."
I guess it just depends on he can
Yeah.
have as many Steffies as he's want. First of all, Stephanie is the best name in the whole world. So if everybody on
Yeah.
WWE was named Steffi, Stephanie, Steph, we'd be golden.
Yeah. You know how Vince is. There's a different story right there with Vince. Still remember he called the other wrestlers by the opposite right there. I'm sorry, Steven Regal, you'll be William Regal. We got a Stone Cold. uh, and yeah, definitely the Dirty product is amazing, even with their working agreement with TNA Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. I've really been enjoying NXT a lot lately. WWE too, like like the main event, like watching Raw and SmackDown. But NXT, I've just been seeing so many good matches come out of everyone lately. It's been really cool.
Yes, definitely the storylines and everything, and it's like they're picking up more viewers, and definitely with this Netflix deal, that's also amazing. Also, and they even pushing the envelope also with you see them with a little bit strong language added. Everything is all blended into their program.
Yeah, I see that. And that's, I guess I don't have a problem with it. I hope most people don't have a problem with it. I think it's fun. I think that it's wrestling and the WWE in general is like going in such a great direction. Like I feel like so many people are becoming fans right now. It's amazing.
Yes, yeah, Netflix right there, and I think Raw is they over about to catch up with Amy Schumer's comedy special right there. I guess maybe they need a do a deal with Amy Schumer to do some to interact with the women's division right there. That was
Oh, that would be great.
why not? Netflix right there, and it's a cross promotion that will work.
um Yeah, I don't know. I saw an announcement too, like with this WWE ID, how Triple H has created belts, and uh, there's going to be matches to determine like who gets the belts, but they're going to be defended on like the indie circuit, and I think that that's really cool. How Triple H is really kind of like trying to incorporate and like unify wrestling. It feels like everybody's kind of getting involved, and it's not so separate right now.
Yes, I think that's awesome. it's sort of like the new style of territories in the Indies.
I don't know. I I guess I don't really know what it was like a whole lot before, but all I see right now is like, here I come, and I'm like, oh, wrestling, this is cool, this is fun, and now it's like, everything is wrestling. I feel like I've really jumped on board at a great time.
Yes, and CIW. You never know. They might get it. They might be closing in on a dirty deal. You never know. Sometime this year.
You never know. I mean, our champ right now, he's WWE ID'd. I mean, CIW is on TV in Toledo. I see big things coming from them. I'm really happy that it's a promotion that I'm working for right now,
Yes,
especially. Mm-hmm.
definitely. Since Miz is right around the corner of Toledo, right there. Yes, I think that will work right there. I think it will.
Could you imagine? Well, I could imagine walking out, my Kesha song's bopping, and there's the Miz, and I would have to hit him with my hula hoop probably, because
Yes.
that would be really cool. Like, just like show one day.
Yes. Yes. And that's the best part of indie wrestling right there. That um, even when the legends come to town with the younger talent and a blend of everybody, it's more of the wrestling entertaining and everything, and the kids look at it like it's larger than life superheroes, and it's like they feel like they part of the show with most um they go after the heel wrestlers all the time.
They do. I mean, especially me being a heel, like they come at me hard, especially after like the show and during intermissions. They're mean. I get some mean kids. But I do really love the intimacy of the indie scene. Like I've been to bigger shows, and it's so cool to see like that, like the grand stage, and I can only imagine wrestling for thousands and thousands of fans. Like that sounds like a dream come true. But just like being in front of a few hundred people, walking out, I remember when I first started going to shows, like just how close I got to be to the wrestlers, how much they talked to me, like during the intermission and stuff. It was just amazing. I love the indies for that. Like I love how close I get to be, like both as a fan and as a wrestler.
Yes, definitely. And I can imagine you as a heel right there saying that your time is to go to bed now. Bedtime.
Yeah, it is bedtime. Past
Yes.
time. It is past 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yep. It's still going right there. Wrestling never stops.
It doesn't, and that's my motto these days. Is like I can sleep when I'm dead. I I love
Yeah,
my sleep, but I got better things to do right now.
right. I know those Raw usually go past that 11 o'clock hour, that 15 or 20 minutes. Yep, and Zambia right there. Yes. Mm. And who would you like to work with in the business in the women's division today?
Are we talking more like on the indie scene, or
Both, yeah.
on to talk like WWE? Like we're talking big superstars. Um, my dream, as far as like a big superstar to work with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. She is, like I said before, I love Rhea. She's kind of who got me started. But right now, I am like idolizing Chelsea Green. I think she's perfect. I think she's wonderful. And it would be amazing to get to work with her. As far as the indie scene goes, unfortunately, I just don't know enough people, and maybe they're just like not good enough for me to know about them, because here I come and everybody knows who Stephie Mac is already, right?
Right. Why not? They haven't been introduced to the hula hoop.
They're about to be.
Yes.
I might not remember who they are, but they're gonna sure remember who I am.
Yes. And I think many bookers now wants to book also Harley Quinn um, from no Harley Cameron from AEW with her with her puppet also. That
Hey, my hula hoop's a lot cooler than any puppet's ever gonna be.
yes, yes, and it seems like she has all the talent, sing, rap, and all of the. It seems like pro wrestling is now a sing along.
But it's not a sing along. It's just, don't you always feel better when you're dancing, when you're listening to music? Like,
Yes.
I mean, come on, we're already coming out to music. Like, we might as well put our bodies into it and enjoy it, right?
Right. Hey, it's better than the Grammys or the any of music award show.
At
Yeah.
least we put circumstance into it, right?
Right. Yes, it's like amazing. A lot of wrestlers interact with the music business also, and it's like they much more talented than the music.
I won't be putting music down because those people, like, ugh. But I mean, let's face it, musicians can't go out and take suplexes. So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but Jericho, he's amazing also with Fozzy right there.
uh, yeah, Fozzie's like one of my favorite bands to go see live. Actually, they're actually going to be, I don't know, like 45 minutes away in the next month or so. And I have a group of people I go to concerts with, and we are definitely going to see it. So,
Yes. Yeah, and I guess more wrestlers of the day must have been looking at the WWF wrestling album with all the wrestlers singing and music videos.
uh, I would be in a music video even now, but I don't know. I think it would be really cool to be talented enough to wrestle and sing and like create your own entrance music. And
Yes, yes, just like Joe Henry right there. He's actually he's doing good in the UK and in the rankings also on
yeah, Joe had
iTunes. Yeah,
a name.
yeah, he appeared. uh, yes, and it was just amazing. A huge pop, and everyone was marking out for him at the Rumble.
Yeah, I'm. It's catchy. Joe Henry,
Yes,
like he knows what he's doing.
yes. And it seemed like he added a little comedy there with Sheamus and everything. And I think Sheamus got upset with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns and said, "I was enjoying that. Come on."
It's what happens when you interrupt the music. We just want.
Yes, yes. And I'm finally glad to see Elias back in wrestling with AEW.
Is he? I haven't seen him for months and months. I remember he was doing some stuff with WWE for a while, and then he kind of disappeared. So AEW now, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's part of the Ring of Honor
Oh,
roster. Yes, and I think that he supposed to be having a joining up with some other wrestlers to do some type of band faction.
oh, if they need a dancer.
Yes. uh, Yeah, that's another one that was amazing right there. That every Monday Night Raw, that more people wanted to just play his diss songs of any wrestler. Yes, but I'm trying to give even the wrestling talent a lot of suggestions that maybe they can do a fundraiser for kids for maybe an independent wrestling album right there with with every one of them performing.
That would be really cool, actually. I would buy it. Just like, why not? That would be amazing.
Yes,
A good cause, why not? For the children, right?
right.
We love kids.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Uh, e- Even though right now my favorite parody artist right now is Will Ferrell's character from Saturday Night Live impersonating Kendrick Lamar's song.
I haven't seen a parody of it. Which song is it?
They not like us, and he made
So
his
it's
own. Yes,
Feral.
yes, it was on the anniversary show of SNL.
I had to check it out. I love Will Ferrell and I love Kendrick, so
Yes, yeah, it's so amazing how his comedy routine and everything else, and it's like it plays into certain pro pro wrestlers characters and gimmicks also. Yes, and it's just amazing to see now like Edge and Christian even they was doing that comedy thing ENC and WWE, and now they more sort of like the serious wrestler. Except for kind of Christian, he sometimes take comedy jabs at a few of them.
I don't know how you go from being like comedy to serious. That would be so hard.
Yes, and it's not like they kind of remind me of um like the Stifler character from American Pie and everything, and and I think they did something with him on SmackDown for dude where's my car at movie promotion also.
Really?
Yeah. Uh, and it and Tony Khan he's given, I know a lot of people criticize him on how many wrestlers he have over 200 or 300 wrestlers, but maybe he wants to employ the whole industry.
We're about to see the biggest rumble that we've ever seen in our lives.
Yes. Yes, I'm just waiting for the 200 Royal Rumble marathon.
Right? You have 12 hours.
Yes, I think Tony might be listening right now for another idea right there.
Hey, if it happens, you heard it here, right here.
Yes, I think this will be going 48 hours of nonstop entries and everything every 2 minutes.
Imagine, comes in, like first one or two, and they make it to the end. Like, could you imagine? Like
Yeah.
Iron Man, like that's my king.
And you never know, they might wrestlers might probably even so that they actually falling asleep in the ring because of the they in there for 5 or 6 hours.
They're like hoping somebody hits them so they can fall out and maybe go
Right.
use the.
I think that I think that would be even entertainment right there, and I think this could break all box office right.
And you know your favorite wrestler is going to be in it because everybody's in it. There's 200 of them. Like you're going to have to watch the whole thing. Hello.
Yes, even the towel boy of AEW, they can put somebody as a towel boy. He probably be in there for 5 seconds or anything.
I, security, everybody's in. It's like Oprah. You get a spot, and you get a spot. You get a spot.
Yes. Um, it's like Tony Khan is he even used the Jacksonville Jaguars mascot as a even to take bumps with Chris Jericho or the Young Bucks.
I think great. I do love mascots. That is one thing I have a soft spot for is mascots. So
Yes,
I'm like all for it.
yes, and even when WWE had their mascots, the Eagle that was with Jack Swagger, that was a lot of entertainment right there.
It's all about entertainment though, right? Like
Right.
what else are we doing? We love.
Yes. Yes. And do you have any upcoming shows also you want to plug for the wrestling fans out there?
I have quite a few shows coming up. Saturday, I am in uh where is I'm with CIW. I've got a match against the Warrior Princess Tenchi. Um in Lake John, Michigan, something like that.
Wow.
Um again, Toledo. I've got a show coming up at in IPW or with IPW in Muncie. I've got some stuff coming up in Saginaw, and then I'm going to be wrestling with Divine in April.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
just wait. Next about to be everywhere. I think I'm booked pretty solid from now until May, so good things are happening.
Yes. They definitely is. And this show has been a good luck charm for a lot of indie wrestlers, and they end up signing with WWE, TNA, or even Wild also.
Hey, that sounds great to me. I mean, I don't need luck because I've got all the hard work and determination. Plus, I'm kind
Yeah,
of cute, but whatever you want to give me all your mojo because
right.
I'm
Uh-oh, yep. You never know with those dirty trials. They like the charisma and
ready.
yep, and the promo talk.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what else they really like? Hula hoops for whatever reason, especially when they light up.
Yes. Hey, that would work right there for especially with the Performance Center and also NXT.
Yeah. I'm gonna have everybody in performance centers like that's gonna be our warm up. I'm gonna teach everybody how to hula hoop. It's gonna stretch their bodies out. You just
Yes. Hey, you never know. That might be a even a stipulation match right there, even for your opponents right there. Or
One day I'm just gonna get cocky and I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm not gonna wrestle you unless you can put this hula hoop around your waist a few times, because I don't feel like it.
right? Yes, that would be amazing. Also, yeah. And I think they um or you never know with TNA also they might be calling to on your door also.
Hey, I'm here. Whoever wants to come, I'll be like, hey, let's see what you have to offer me.
Yes, I think Tommy Dreamer and Gail Kim is is searching and searching, and they like the Midwest also.
It doesn't get more Midwest than Indiana, right?
Yes. um mm, Even with I'm glad how they actually make wrestlers more important again. Even with the former Fandango or even mm, I, mm, I forgot his name. He's the commissioner now. Uh, I forgot his name. Santino, yeah, Santino.
Okay.
It seemed like his the way he be the authority and his comedy routine and everything else. And he usually sometimes bring out the Cobra if any wrestler sometimes provoke him.
Sometimes it's gotta happen, right?
Yes, and especially his daughter now. He's um, now working more with his daughter from NXT. She called mixed NXT and everything, and she even getting disrespected from every women's hill right there, and she's like breaking down and crying and everything.
Oh, like real?
Yes,
Mm, does she deserve it?
I guess they even she did something with Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard said that you you just here for nepotism because of your daddy, and that
Mm,
was she actually went off and tried right there.
I just don't. Well, I mean, if Daddy owns the company, like I'm gonna throw that in their face too. But
Hey, hey,
listen, yeah,
anything for that work?
Charlotte,
Yes,
my favorites, and I'm sure a little nepotism helped her out too. So
yes, and yep, she's back in Mania from 2 years since she's been rehabbing her everything.
yeah, who'd she
Uh,
fight at Mania last? Was it Rhea?
yeah, it's the last one. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. That was a really good match, but I think that this year is going to be a lot of fun.
yes, and we could have a four horsemen women stable. I think that would be more interesting. It's just like WrestleMania now is like a storybook now.
And it,
Um,
and look at women's wrestling and how far it's come in the last like 10 years.
yes, it's just amazing because I remember it started to rejuvenate from Japan to the Indies when I noticed this promotion is I think that's no longer around. WSU, Women's Superstar Uncensored that started in New York and on the Northeast, and I think they end up having more new owners from CCW, and they was doing everything from ladder matches, like you had primetime Amy Lee, and it seems like she's also she a very good help with promo. She's been in the business for a long time, like 30 years, and she reminded me of Lisa Lampanelli right there. The way she she give these women's wrestlers the blues and everything.
Really?
Yes, and I said that she need to be a general manager on SmackDown or like an AEW for the women's division, and it's just amazing how she interacting with the young wrestlers of the day and everything.
That's awesome.
Yes, and even even now, most of them now in WWE and TNA, they even had a 60 minute, 70 minute women match between Mercedes Martinez and also Eddie Edwards' wife now, Lissa Edwards, and it was just amazing, and that got her into the doors more further.
Really?
Yes, from TNA as and she's like one of the top hill women wrestlers in valets, and she's in the way she go out there to um, to interact with the fans and everything, and it reminds
Hmm.
me of Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, there you are. Oh, you've been frozen for so long. My bad.
Yeah,
That's
yep, yep. I guess they trying to make. Mm, they must don't like wrestling Streamyard.
I don't know why. Look, it's me.
Yes,
Tell me.
yes. And I just remember I think I noticed these stream yards and other ones start coming around from the pandemic and everything. All these companies, I guess Zoom paved the way for every um, video conference and interviews.
I'm sure Google Meet. They even use Google Meet in schools. Like on snow days, they don't go into schools. Kids are on Google Meet. So
Right. Wow. And it was sad to see Blog Talk Radio .com close its doors 3 weeks ago. And I was just saying maybe they didn't want to expand to video just to be an internet studio.
yeah, it's hard. Radio's hard right now, isn't it? I can't imagine um
Yeah,
having your picture out there because everybody's on their phones on like videos. Like everybody wants to see a video.
yeah. Even the local stations been even having trouble with their viewership and ratings ever since that.
I believe that. That's too
Yeah.
bad.
Mhm. I guess they gotta find other ways to get a deal with YouTube or any others. Yeah, go like the Howard Stern route. Yes, and he was another name for the WrestleMania guest Hall of Fame. Howard Stern. Um, hopefully, my prediction come true this year.
What's your prediction?
I think he'll be the on a celebrity wing as the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Yeah,
wouldn't that be cool?
yes, yeah. Along with Demolition is finally there. They finally got the Legends deal, and I just want to see them in their whole wrestling attire going on stage for their Hall of Fame trophy.
Who'd you say? Demolition?
Yes, Axe and Smash.
Yep. Demolition's great. Um, well, this actually for me too. My trainer has been on like tag teams with them. They know him really well, and I've actually gotten to meet them. So like getting to see them, that would be really nice.
Yes. Yep. They, I think they somehow had sort of like a disagreement with Vince McMahon and everything, and a lot of people was booing Vince when he had New Day to surpass their consecutive title wins and everything.
Yeah, but looks like Vince McMahon's gone, and they might
Yep,
be
he's
working.
done. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. He never know. He has 9 lives somewhere in there, and they some think that he's going to be partying and uh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
I don't.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And another name also I want to see that was also part of the WrestleMania culture was Cindy Lauper, and
Yeah.
I I was waiting for 10 years and what's going on, and maybe she her maybe her tour, or maybe she didn't want to do no Mania for the Hall of Fame.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but
Yeah.
um, Cyndi Lauper is great. That was actually when I started training. Um, my trainer's like, "Go watch Wendy Richter," and Cyndi Lauper comes out with her, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great. This is wonderful." So
Yes. Yep. She did do a Monday Night Raw that time with Wendy Richter reunion and everything. Yeah. And hopefully Triple H finally said is calling her right now. I'm saying that you don't have to worry about Vince.
do you think he's saying that even if he comes back, I'll beat him up?
Right. Yep. I think maybe she wanted to do a concert at Mania right there. I said, why not?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
I'm all about music, so anytime somebody's about to perform, I'm like, "Yep, let's do that right now."
Yes. And I guess she'll use like a Chelsea Green or with Piper Niven right there, like a group right there for the tag title, women's titles.
And then Stephie Mac will be in the crowd, and I'll jump the barricade and get in on it.
Yes. Hey, hey, why not? Even as I think they need more women security to break up fights and everything.
And that's where you start, right?
Yeah.
Work in security, get in there. Oh, even work in security at WWE, I can't imagine like that would be so amazing.
Yes. Even wrestlers to this day, like MJF was a actually security guard on I think was it WWE or the NXT program, and and it was like hilarious right there. And I think that he's one of the best right there. That um, that will protect his character in and out of in person and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that it kind of remind me of the old school wrestlers in the '80s protecting their um, characters and everything.
I mean, you've got to, like, to an extent, I guess.
Yes. Even that documentary of Glow right there, they was telling the story about how they was in character 24/7, even to the market and everything, and they did it great.
I don't I guess, like, it's pretty easy for me because my character is pretty much just me. But some of those guys I see wrestling, like, I can't imagine them, like, staying in character all the time. Like, that would
Yes,
be crazy.
right. And I think they had the story. I think Jimmy Snooker and I think the Iron Cheek, and I said they all of a sudden I think they was busted with under the influence that time, and they was asking Vince why is your heel and baby face together, and I guess Vince was saying maybe they got drunk. And that that Nikolai Volkov um, left them in the left Iron Cheek in the car with Snuckles. Wow. And also it's a even Hollywood has been a big help to the wrestling industry with a lot of wrestlers open the door, like the Hollywood Hogans, the Pipers, the Wayne Johnsons, and
Yeah.
Cena seems like he's doing more comedy movies than action.
Yeah. I I think that that's great. I think that John Cena, like, doing comedy, especially like the big goofy musclehead like doofus, it's perfect for him, and it's just not the same as his wrestling gimmick. I think it's great.
Yes, I think maybe he must have took advice from even Mark Wahlberg character, because I remember maybe he idolized him in rapping when he was Marky Mark, and they both grew up in Boston, so maybe that's the connection right there. He followed him to movies.
No, I think it could be, but there's just got to be something, like, especially when you're wrestling, like, there's just that connection between wrestling and acting. Like, let me do this here, and then I'm gonna go perform over here. Like,
Yeah, and I think he's more comfortable now, and he don't want to mess up his body of taking a lot of bumps and everything.
and I get that he's getting up there in age, whatever. There's
Yeah,
just there's nothing like the thrill of getting in the ring though, and like getting to take those bumps. And honestly, you mostly don't feel them when your adrenaline's rushing. It's just like afterwards is when you're like, oh, now I'm hurting. So I just don't even let him do his little acting thing, but I'll take
yeah,
wrestling.
yes. Yep, it works right there. More mm, he's more healthy. I guess he must have didn't want to be like the Hulk Hogan's keep coming back from movies to do wrestling, and that kind of messed up his hip and other things. And
Mm-hmm.
and I never knew that. Listening to Lance Storm at his academies right there about um, that the more you do the leg drop, that could carry on to hip injuries later down the line.
Yeah, something that I try to keep in mind, especially because I'm a little bit older. I'm like, I don't want to be this old lady out here throwing my hip out. Let's throw an elbow instead of a leg. So
Right.
I
Yep,
suppose.
right. Yeah, and I think Hogan as a because he was a big um, he was actually like a 300-pound wrestler dropping the leg drop and not like he wasn't the size of a Rey Mysterio or any of these cruiserweights.
Yeah, yeah. It's inertia's no joke. Gravity is no fun.
Right. Yes, and we all emulate them, even we all marked off with his leg drop on any of our wrestlers, and he was. It's like he was having the gravity was right there in the air sometimes, and and that supposed to be the finisher for the match, and right there, and I still remember right there. I remember I was like, I was a big advocate of Hogan in the 80s and 90s, and but when I had to choose between him and Warrior, I chose Hogan because um, he was the originator of breaking out of wrestling moves and everything, and and I still remember when I was 11 years old in front of the watching the pay per view. I got real pissed at Warrior fucking one right there, and I think Hogan kicked out the last minute. Then I realized when I got older that Hogan was meant to do that because he didn't really want to sell for the Warrior, and and that he kind of had this ego to him, Hogan, even with the WCW that he wanted to finally book him going over with Warrior for the first time.
I don't. I think everybody in this business has a little bit of an ego, though. Like you have
Right.
to.
Yes, especially as I didn't mind Hogan and Macho Man for the 100th time, and that was more also entertainment and everything. That Hogan had this long winning streak against the Macho Man and everything. Uh, I think, but fans was they didn't care about the red and yellow anymore, and he invented himself as the biggest heel of wrestling, and that's when that's when I finally start liking more heels more and more.
I've always been a big fan of the heels. Like faces are just. I'm just not about it. Like I want somebody to hate.
Right. Yes. Especially with the Big Show, and I think that he did the most record of heel turns and baby faces ever in pro wrestling. But it was kind of comical right there, and I said, he just even the time when he turned on Undertaker, but Undertaker was actually the guy in the Attitude Era that was bitch slapping Big Show uh, when he had his faction of the um, when he had the dark side of the ministry.
I've never seen that, but I'm just trying to imagine the Big Show and the Undertaker in the ring, and the Undertaker just like coming back and just slapping him across the face. Like, I might have to go watch it.
Yes. Why not? Yeah, Big Show. He's not. He's still recovering from his. I think he did had a knee injury. So he dropped more weight down, so he can play the gimmick from the movie Water. I think Waterboy. That time, Captain Insano.
Yeah.
He now trademarked that, so he gonna be doing that as his alter ego. Instead of the Big Show, Paul Wright.
Actually,
And I think that can do. There'll be a lot of cross promotion between. Uh, I guess with the maybe with a new boy. I heard that Adam Sandler might do another one.
yeah, I have not heard that, but that would be really cool. Adam Sandler's had some. His movies are hit and miss, honestly, but
Yes.
Waterboy was.
Oh yes. Yep. And he has his own movie productions, studios, and everything. After a couple of his movie classics in the '90s,
Yeah,
Happy Gilmore. I think that got been the best one right there with him interacting with Bob Barker.
yeah,
Once um, once he was upset with Bob Barker winning the golf, um, was leading all the golf rounds. He said that the price is wrong, bitch, and Bob Barker got him back in return. And I said, "There's no way this game show host guy will use that language, but he did right." uh,
oh,
yes, yeah, he did have. That's another crossover to wrestling. Bob Barker,
yeah,
yes, yeah. I think it was like 2010. He was on Raw, doing his own version of Price Right, and Jericho got so heated that he lost. He lost. Uh,
there, maybe.
yeah, I guess maybe Adam Sandler must be. His production must not like what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
right. Get them off the air.
Yeah, I guess he don't want no room. No Hollywood gossip.
We're giving away the line. He's like, no, 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 no.
Hey, it's not a spoiler. Yeah. And yep. Stephanie, you can come back anytime to the show.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes, as another round two of about your wrestling success, like even your upcoming feuds in the future. You
Yeah,
never know, you might be in the NXT ring.
right? Give me a little bit. I'm gonna have like belts surrounding me. I'm gonna be like, oh, look at all that bling you got. I'm gonna have so many to tell you.
uh, why not? The indie queen, because John, because Zack Ryder been doing that gimmick all over the indies now. The indie king.
I will be the indie princess. I don't need to be the queen. Somebody else
Right.
hard work. I'll be the princess and take all the glory.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think we'll wrap it up. To tonight, you can come back anytime to the show, and hey, night, day, whatever. We can even a live stream right there. I still getting used to the YouTube, and so hopefully they don't have no technical issues in the future.
Hey, we made it work, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, this show is going to be uploaded to YouTube channel Wrestling It Factor Radio.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Well, I appreciate you having me on so much. Like, this has been a good time. I've really enjoyed it.
yes. It's nice having you on here, and you can come back to the show.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Have a great night.
you too.
Bye.
Bye. That's it, wrestling fans. We'll see